Republic.
Thank you for joining us here on Republic TV. Ladies and gentlemen, today on This Is Exclusive, we're getting you some pictures never seen before. These are exclusive visuals in the sense that you may not have seen them before. Now, everyone's talking about Three-Eye Atlas. Now, in the world of science and space, there is massive curiosity around what is Three-Eye Atlas, what it looks like. But it did cross the Earth on the 19th of December. That was when it was closest to the Earth, and we've accessed some exclusive videos that may help us understand more about what Three-Eye Atlas is all about. Here are the headlines on the show tonight. Kuldeep Sengar's family resorts to victim shaming now, alleges injustice, tries to malign the Sengar victim. Ahead of the 2026 elections, Amit Shah in Bengal says he's ready, his party is ready to discharge and remove the TMC government, which is corrupt and which is backing infiltrators. Amit Shah campaigns for 2 days in West Bengal as the BJP goes all out, but can they win Bengal this time? Stone pelting between two groups in Ahmedabad following a dispute over a trivial matter. Disturbing visuals accessed. Ukraine says false Russian reports of attack on Putin's residence undermine peace process. India also takes a strong stand after reports of the attack on Putin's residence. India has cautioned Ukraine, urging everyone concerned to focus on peace and not escalate. Ladies and gentlemen, astronomers are tracking a very rare cosmic intruder. It's called the Three-Eye Atlas, the third confirmed comet or interstellar object ever detected passing through our solar system. Now, there's been a lot of buzz around it, especially in the last few weeks, spotted from over the skies. This time, it appears, now we can't confirm it, but it is a possibility that it may have been spotted over Port Blair in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Now, we've accessed some very rare visuals, and I have those visuals on your screen right now. On the December 19th, it was closest to the Earth. It passed closest to the Earth, and this could have been perhaps a sighting. Now, some believe it could have been Three-Eye Atlas. Nobody knows what Three-Eye Atlas looks like, but going by all pictures that are available and everything that is being shared by scientists, by astrophysicists, could this have been Three-Eye Atlas? On 19th, it made its closest approach close to the Earth, giving scientists perhaps a narrow window to observe what may be the material that was formed billions of years ago, far beyond our sun's influence. The sun cannot control this Three-Eye Atlas. So what is Three-Eye Atlas? And what has also stunned researchers is its extremely bizarre behavior. It lets out dust jets. Nobody knows why it does that. Unlike conventional comets, the Three-Eye Atlas has shown very unusual jet activity, unexpected tail orientation, and chemical signatures that challenge standard cometary models. Its movement, its emissions do not follow familiar rules, forcing scientists to rethink what interstellar objects can look like, how they perhaps evolve. And these are pictures that were accessed by one of our viewers, in fact, who shared this with us, whose name is Farhan Khan. Farhan Khan is joining me live right now with Srijan Pal Singh of the Kalam Center. But this is what Farhan spotted over Andaman. In fact, they say that this was spotted for almost 2 hours over Andaman and Nicobar Islands, forcing scientists to really wonder what is 3I Atlas. Now, there is a lot of speculation. In fact, there are some in the West who are calling it a spaceship. Some say there is proof of aliens on it. Nobody, of course, can come to a confirmed conclusion, to a conclusion like that, but there is speculation everywhere. Now, 3I Atlas is a reminder, of course, that there are many mysteries that are unsolved. And this was spotted for over 2 hours in the sky and nobody knows what it was. I want to try and go across to Farhan first up, along with Srijan Pal Singh. Farhan, what did you see? Farhan and Srijan Pal Singh also joining us. Farhan shared this video. He's from Port Blair. Srijan, before I get a scientific view, what did you see? What did you see, Farhan? Let's go back to the picture. Show us the picture and we'll take. Farhan, tell us what you saw. For how long did you see it?
So actually, I saw this for almost 2 hours. So, and I believe that it would have stayed there for more than 2 hours. Because it came so close to us that we were forced to leave that place. It was really, really close. It was actually doing a type of landing near us. So we just ran away from there. We were there for at least 2 hours, more than 2 hours. We went for fishing. So I have a company called Eyewitness in Andaman. So we went for a picnic.
So what time? What time? This was on the 19th of December, right?
Yes, 19th of December, yes.
And 19th of December, what time did you spot this?
We went to fishing around 10 o'clock and started around 10:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was it behaving like? I mean, because from some of the video, it's changing its form. We can see that it's not really behaving like a comet, like a typical comet. That's what most scientists are saying. Right? There are many more videos of the close-up. Can we keep changing the videos, please, so that we'll keep showing our viewers all the different videos that we have, right? Tell us what you saw about how it was behaving.
Okay. So first things first, I did not know about this 3I Atlas until 1 month back. So 1 month back, I saw the videos in YouTube and Instagram that there's something called 3I Atlas which is coming to the Earth. And then I started researching about it. And unknowingly, on the 19th of December, we decided to go fishing. Me and my manager, Vishal, we decided to go for fishing. And then when we were fishing, we got tired and I was just lying down and I started stargazing. And as soon as I started stargazing, I saw this dot becoming bigger and moving in the sky. It was literally dancing in the sky. And it was, from the naked eyes, it was looking almost like sun size. And it was becoming bigger and bigger. All right. So then it almost changed direction to what it was emitting gases. It was almost dancing. And I personally feel that Andaman Nicobar Island is the perfect spot for something like 3I Atlas. I personally first feel that 3I Atlas, because what I saw was something inside the Earth's atmosphere. So what I know, how much I have been knowing science, I think that 3I Atlas might have left something. And Andaman Nicobar Islands is the ideal spot for something like that to hide, because we have like around 572 islands, to which only 38 islands people live. Rest, all of them are abandoned. And that makes 3I Atlas the perfect spot for something like 3I Atlas. Like 3I Atlas is very big. It's almost the size of Manhattan. But it could have left a small part of it. All right, and for that to hide, Andaman Nicobar Island is the perfect spot. So there is not much exposure of Andaman Nicobar Island in the tourism. It's a very beautiful place out there. Yeah, it's international standards, but people don't know about mathematical health much, not even in India. So I think it's the best place for them to hide here.
Okay, okay, that's you're going a step forward there. But Srijan, I mean, everyone's speculating about you. I mean, I was speaking to Srijan before this, and Srijan spoke about how it could be a spaceship. People are calling it. There is massive speculation. People are coming up with these conspiracy theories, Srijan. But just to calm things down, put it in perspective. What is 3i Atlas, and why is there so much excitement around it? Let's show the video.
Right. See, anything which we sight in the skies, which is anomalous, which is unusual, obviously creates a lot of excitement, sometimes also fear, and a lot of speculation theory comes into play. But before we get into the speculation part of it, let's understand what are the three bodies which you can see in the sky. You could see a meteor, which is entering, meteors are typically smaller, which enter the Earth's atmosphere, and because of the friction, they get burnt up. There's a strong likelihood that this visual might be actually a burning meteor. And that's why it seems to be coming towards, as Farhan was telling, that it is coming towards the Earth's surface. So it might have been a meteor which has entered the Earth's atmosphere and got burnt in the process, and its similar visuals would be generated. Definitely, it was not an asteroid because there was no known asteroid which was near Earth on that day. And the third possibility is our comet itself, which was definitely near the Earth. And with a moderate level telescope, it was quite visible. So that's the visuals which are matching from the rest of the world. So it could be either this one, the comet itself, or a meteor. One of those things might be there. Having said that, now let's come to the other side of the story. There's a speculation immediately which happened is that all of these sightings, these comets, because they sometimes show uneven patterns which you cannot really sort of easily explain, the explanation becomes that maybe this is a spaceship which is controlled by an alien intelligence. So this is a speculation which again went around, and as you rightly pointed out, it's all over the internet, and some very prominent professors have also sort of backed this claim. Well, if that is the case, then welcome them. That's all we can do, because any alien civilization, if they are so capable to come from their planet to ours, would have mastered so many different technologies. I mean, humans are barely able to split atoms as a process of nuclear fission and create some energy, and that too is difficult for us to control. This civilization, if there is a civilization which can travel so long distances, it would have mastered fusion, antimatter, warp drives, and whatnot, which is like, that civilization is having a tank and you're probably throwing pebbles. That is the level of difference between that civilization and ours right now. Now, having said that, there is no credible proof right now. Nobody has proven that this is actually a spaceship. There is a speculation. In a way, some people also hope and fear about it. That's about it. The other big speculation which comes always, when this thing happens, which is slightly less on the speculative side, is that what if such a comet or an asteroid of similar nature strikes the Earth? Now, that could be disastrous. And we have seen how dinosaurs got evaporated with one meteor, and how Earth also got its initial water from asteroids and comets. So this is also a possibility. Now, the other theory is that how do we counter if such a thing, suppose it is not an alien spaceship, but is actually a natural body which may be on its path to strike the Earth, how do we defend ourselves? Now, that we still have a happy news there. We have three theories by which we can deflect such a comet or an asteroid. One of them is to blast it with a nuclear device. So there are pieces of it and they all burn in the Earth's atmosphere, which is the most dangerous one. The other one is something which is called gravitational tug, which essentially means having a spaceship, our own spaceship, not an alien spaceship, a human spaceship near it. And slowly with the effect of gravity, it takes this asteroid or a comet away from Earth and the collision doesn't happen. And the third theory is to basically, land on it and then try to sort of pull it away. And all three technologies are something within our realm. So if anybody fears that a comet or an asteroid is going to hit the Earth and we are going to become like dinosaurs, that's not going to happen. We have that technology. However, if that ultra speculation that this is an alien spaceship, well, I think the best way to do is that welcome them and, make friends with them, because you can't match them in their technology.
You're kidding me. But going by all the descriptions, right, Srijan? Because I'm looking at some more reports and some more videos, some more studies, some more scientific views on this. It is anything but a normal comet, right? It's not a normal comet. It is changing its shape, form, etc., right? It's showing unconventional cometary behavior. Is that correct, Srijan?
To some extent, it is. However, things like the tail moving is not very unusual in comets. Because of the solar radiation, the tail of a comet, which is like the atmosphere of a tiny comet, it can extend to many, many kilometers. The comet might be a few hundred meters in its width and length, but the tail goes for tens, even hundreds of kilometers. Now, this tail, which is an atmosphere, is always pointed away from the sun. And imagine this in a 3D space. It's not a 2D space. And if this is moving not exactly on the plane of the Earth, but somewhere, at some angle, this tail will keep moving. The only speculation which happened was that the movement of this tail seemed to be slightly extraordinary, but again, not enough to warrant it into a spaceship is right now the theory is. However, it did create a lot of ripples, like the previous bodies which we have seen, and this is the third. So this is quite a remarkable thing. This is only the third interstellar body, so it is quite a remarkable sighting in the sky, and it always creates that sort of a thing. And these are difficult to explain, also, Niranjan. The space is it's a difficult thing to predict everything accurately there, and things will will behave in ways which you cannot predict. But let's see how that turns out. I'm waiting for a spaceship to someday land. Let's see.
Okay, let me get a word from Farhan. Okay, Farhan, you were there. What did you see? I mean, how far out was it? I mean, could you see it from the naked eye? Obviously, one of the first questions Srijan asked was, did you spot it from a telescope? Right, because obviously,
We spotted it from the naked eye. And as soon as I saw this, I knew that it was not something usual. So I was having very little charge in my phone, almost 15%. I thought that this is rare and the world should see it. And I captured it how much ever I could capture it from my phone. But it became so large, especially the scientists who was the scientists who were sitting with us. It was becoming bigger and bigger, and it was just moving from one place. And it was so big by 12:30 that me and my manager Vishal was forced to leave that place. It was creating a type of vibe, a dark one. So we were just forced to leave from there. And to be honest, I couldn't sleep that day. All day I was thinking about this, and in a week I somehow got in touch with Niranjan, and here we are.
Okay. Srijan, my last question to you is a quick one. How does India look at, how good are we? Because, there is a lot of buzz in the West. How closely do we here in India look at such objects? And what do we know about how India has studied Three-Eye Atlas, for example?
India is one of the foremost civilization and the countries which has been studying the skies, not today, but for thousands of years. We are the leaders in analyzing space and skies. And even today, our space laboratories, ISRO, and there are many other private-based space laboratories which have been, and also government-based space labs, which have been studying such asteroids, comets, and also mitigation strategies in case a collision course happens and all those things. And we've got very aware citizens like, our friend from Andaman, who's very lucky, by the way, to capture such a beautiful visual of whatever this is, whether it is a meteor, whether it is a comet, but you are very lucky to have seen it. And we are, of course, one of the nuclear powers. In a case where we have to blast an object out of the skies because it is collision course with Earth, we are probably one of the foremost three nations which would be called to help. So India is very much on the forefront of observing them. In case there's a mitigation strategy, we'll also be on the forefront of doing that mitigative work. But so far, we are sort of safe, so don't worry. Nothing is hitting the Earth right now. And if it does, we will take care of that.
Yeah, that was 270 million kilometers away. That must have been quite a distance.
That's double the distance of Sun. So
yeah.
Twice the distance of Sun.
Very interesting, very interesting. I mean, it's just, I just found it coincidental that on December 19th, it was closest to the Earth. And there was this rare spotting, right? So that is why we thought we'd just get this visual out and talk about, it's an opportunity for us to talk about what Three-Eye Atlas is, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, Farhan, last word.
I wanted I have a theory. I have a personal theory. I don't want everybody to believe that, but I personally have a theory. I think that what if there is a reason we crossed the earth, right? There should be a reason we at least crossed the earth. And it passing the earth and not coming to the earth and not giving message is something that my heart does not want to believe. I feel that humanity must have something here. Well,
Okay.
must have left something.
Interesting.
And then again, it's my personal view.
Do you believe in aliens?
Yes, I have been seeing three things since birth.
Okay.
I can tell you, I've
Okay,
seen
okay.
lightning bolt. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe 10 times.
No, but I can't imagine what it must have been like to just stand there and take these videos, because we accessed about 30, 40 videos that you sent us, right?
Yeah.
And there's an ambience over it. So obviously it can't
Yeah.
be that you made this up.
It was just me and my manager.
Yeah,
for
okay.
At least 5 kilometer radius.
Okay, I'm running out of time. Farhan, thank you very much for sharing this with us. Thank you,
you so
Srijan,
much.
for your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Interesting, video there, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever it was, science is such a beautiful thing, and we here at Republic will keep a watch out. 3i Atlas, it's a trending, burning subject in the world of space. Everyone's asking, what is 3i Atlas? What does it look like? And maybe in the next few days, we will have some answers to that. That's it on This Is Exclusive. Thanks for watching.
Co-powered by